Somebody Hello everyone, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, we have holiday on the 25th December. Thank you. On the occasion of Christmas.
Hello everyone.
Hello Guru.
And here's hi buddy. How are you doing everyone?
Good work, how are you?
Hi, Guru.
Hi Pius. Okay, so I hope you all are ready. Let's get started. Let's do one project with TypeScript. I just want to implement React testing there as well. So let's create a simple project that includes testing React components mainly, and the main purpose is to learn how to do testing in React, as well as how to implement TypeScript efficiently in React project. As well as we'll also revise some of the concepts that we have learned, like context, or yeah, you can say all the concepts until now, including context. Okay, so okay, let me share my screen. You can open your React application that we were starting yesterday and start your server. Let me open my as well, and we'll start. We'll start writing our code in React app, right? yeah, we were here yesterday. We are trying to learn some of the things with React and TypeScript. So we set up the project with TypeScript. So TypeScript is added feature in JavaScript, mainly for this type checking purpose, and it will provide you real-time type checking support. For example, when you try to, for example, when you try to use this set number function, this is the state updating function, right? And if you try to set the number with this string 10, then you should get the error because this number is initialized. Let me see what is it, the issue here. It says, yeah, this number is initialized with undefined initially, right? So it means the type of the number will be undefined, but you are now passing some value here. It is saying that, hey, you said that the number is undefined, but you are now supplying a string. So yeah, that's why yeah, it is showing you the error. What you can do is you can say it may be undefined or a string. So to do this, you'll write this less than greater than sign here after use state. So we'll talk about TypeScript generic slightly later, and we'll understand this is nothing but a generic syntax. But right now here, what you can do is write a string. Now you can accept a string. So it will first accept undefined and a string. Or you can write here the union operator as well as a string. So undefined actually. So it will accept undefined or a string. Means now you can pass a string here. If you pass undefined, it is also working because we are writing, we are actually providing undefined initially. But if you provide initial value to be null, then let's see what happens. Here you are seeing that it is actually providing you error. Okay, it is saying that what is the issue here actually? We are saying this number can only be either string or undefined, but we are supplying the null value. Okay, that's why it is showing you the error. So this is the basic concept actually. We will check type and in real time. Okay, if you have error here, then you cannot compile your code. Means if you start your server, I need to go inside this particular React TypeScript folder. And there now. And it is actually working. Let's see. So the application is breaking actually. So it is not showing error in the terminal, maybe in vid. So it is not showing you error here, right, in the terminal, but your application is not compiling properly. It is crashing, right? It is saying, oh, too many read-enders because of this one. So because of that. So let's see. Okay, now actually your application is working here. So let's have some, let's print something here like hello. Actually it is showing you some output in the browser. But what you can do is I told you yesterday this is the setting for your TypeScript. What we will write in this setting is, if there is a TypeScript error here, then do not compile this code. So throw error immediately, then it will actually not compile this code. Okay, so yeah, let's do one project with TypeScript and we'll set up those things slowly. Okay, maybe we have seen some of the concepts here. Let's quickly go here. So we were seeing some of the things like, oh, here, we saw what is type inference. Inference means something will be inferred, type will be inferred. So here the type will be Alex, right? Because my name, the type of my name is Alex because it is a constant and it is not going to change. Here the type of age is number. So this type is inferred here. If you write let my age variable, and if you store value 20, then my age is going to be a number. So the type of my age will be number, right? Equals to 20. So this is type inference. Type annotation means you will supply the type yourself. So we are supplying the type here. This is type annotation. And we have something called interface. Interface means if you have an object where you want to actually type check all the properties, then we'll create interface, or we can also create a type. We saw that we can create type using type keyword. Okay, this is just a syntax you need to know right now. To create interface, we'll write interface and name of the interface, and all the properties will be written here and they will be typed. So similarly with type as well, we'll write type and name of the type, and you can either write all the properties here or create multiple types as well. Similarly, we'll create multiple interface as well. Okay. So here we were facing some issue, right? What is this actually? What are we doing here on line number 34? What is this called?
Variable
Do-
initialization.
Yeah, we call this a special name, right? In other programming language, you may.
Tuples.
Yeah, tuples.
Um,
Yeah. So it is not showing me error because I cannot add something here, but I can add from here because tuples can also be read only. You can see, and let's see in TypeScript. Yeah, here. So what you can also do is you can go and write read only here, read only tuple. So I can write read only here. Now I can only read, I cannot write. So that's why now it is showing me this error. Now I cannot push any elements there. So I can only read this data. I cannot write it from elsewhere. So yeah, we'll eventually implement tuples as well in more robust way. So yeah, this is all the concepts that we need to know. All the syntax mainly regarding TypeScript. You know, we will write this column and write the type here. So we are adding something. That's why TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, right? So previously in JavaScript, what we were doing is like back color equals to, let's say something like green. We were doing this in JavaScript. Now TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. We are adding this thing in TypeScript. So this is coming from TypeScript. This is not available in JavaScript. If you write this syntax in JavaScript, it will give you error, but it will work in TypeScript. So we are type checking the variable here, right? So that's why it is a superset. We will implement this feature and we will go in depth actually. In depth means we will implement it, the type checking in better way using interface. All right then, so let's start this project. You need to actually have a empty folder, or sorry, you need to have a folder with a project you just created yesterday with Vite and TypeScript. So just start your project here and we'll start together. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. I'll connect my microphone and let's start building this project. Yeah, sorry guys, it took some time. So let's start then. So let's first find some project and that we can create ourselves. Um, let's use GitHub in better way. Mm, have you searched some project in GitHub? Try to use some project that are available. There are many open source projects or publicly available projects that you can try sometimes from GitHub. Let's go and see from there. So what you can do is go in github.com/search. Okay, I use this platform most of the time when I want to see some project or see some code in GitHub. So you can just write TypeScript React here. Here you can see a lot of repositories regarding TypeScript only. 88,000 repositories are available. So yeah, you can try look at them, look at some of them. So there are some repo I think, and one of them is I think this one looks interesting. So let me open this one. It is saying this is a simple React app, something called Worldly Clone. We'll see implemented with React, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. So it seems like slightly a big project. Let me go somewhere little down. So let me go in the next page. I am just searching for the projects created with TypeScript and simple concepts like context, style components. Okay, so I think this looks interesting. So React shopping guide. Let's do this one as well. Okay, let's see this too. So guys, can you run this React application in your browser from this GitHub code? What do you think? Can you do that?
We have to clone it and then like do npm install and then npm start. Is it that way?
Yeah, right, correct. And it will start this application, right? So maybe there is a preview. Yeah, you can see here. This is a demo of this application. Let's see the demo. So, okay. Uh, it's a game, I think, right? So yeah, yeah, it looks interesting, but it will take some time to build this one, I think. So let me open another one. I think another one is will work for us. It's a simple React e-commerce cart application, and it is also a real world application as well, because you may be working on some e-commerce website platform somewhere, right? So I think this is the final output that we are going to build. Let's see the demo. And previously as well, feedback app is also taken from here. Okay, I searched for React feedback app, and you can also see that feedback app here somewhere. Okay, so this is interesting, I think. So what do you think? Can we pick this one? Right, it is working.
Don't
So
we need Firebase for this one
okay.
or no?
I don't think so, because if you want to store something in database, then we need Firebase. If you want to store some data, currently here there is no login functionality. There is no any data that we can store somewhere. That's why we don't need that Firebase. Maybe you can see somewhere Firebase here, right? Firebase. This Firebase
Can
maybe you use to host this application. Yeah.
can we use like
Yes.
JSON server instead of using the external database?
Yes, sure. We can use that. But we will not use database because it's a simple app. We will not go there. We just want to learn TypeScript concept. That's our main goal. If there is no TypeScript, we will not actually take this project. So because it is using TypeScript, we saw that you can see here, like, where is the search result? Right here. We pick this one, right? You can see what are the concepts included. It's a React application and React.js, of course, the style components is great. And React shopping cart, okay, React hooks, that's also great. This is widely used. And React context, okay, I think this is good because it is not using Redux. But if it is using Redux, then we have to learn Redux as well. But it is only using the concepts that we have learned till now. It means we can actually use this one, right? What do you think? So we try to let's try and run it first, okay? Then we'll see. Let's see some of the code base as well. Okay, this one, right? So okay, structure is nice actually. I think. Okay, these are the services that we need. All right, so this is the URL for the API data. I think data is coming here. All right, great, and we are setting the product. Okay, so this is only the GET request. I think utils. Oh, nice. This one is also containing the test cases. Yeah, let's pick this one. We need this. We need to test our React application as well. So you can see the structure is nicely formatted. So it consists of components here. Components are also well formatted here. You can see, for example, let's go to loader. And here you can see this is the main component. We have loader here inside this loader.tsx. This is the main component. Look how clean this is. And we have the test file for this loader component. Here you can see loader.test.tsx. We have the test file. So we will write test cases for particular component in React in this way. As well as we have styles for that component. This is awesome, right? So the styles is used from style component. I mean, implementing style component, CSS are written. So as well as, let me go, and it is exported from here. So you'll see each and every component will follow this format actually. If you go to GitHub, so GitHub kernel, you have, yeah, we have snapshots of the particular rendering. We'll see that. And the same structure here, right? Component name and test file here, .test.tsx, and it is exported from here. The style is here. So we will follow this same format each and everywhere. So in each and every component, right? So let's go see some of the things regarding context. Now you can see here two contexts, right? I told you previously we can create multiple context. So card context here. So card context is also following the same format. Here you can see the context provider. We already created that, right? Context provider. So these are the hooks we'll see. Let me go to context provider. Here you'll see it has created a context and it has created a provider for that context. Now you can see TypeScript support here. This is really cool. So we'll write TypeScript in this way. So I think this looks nice. And here you can see custom hooks are created for your context as well. So, okay. So yeah, let's start with this application then. Let's first try to run this application in our local server. Let's suppose that you you found some application that you want to actually use or you want to test. Then you will take back that from GitHub to your VS Code and run it, right? It is very simple to do. What you will do is just go here, and it is really good if you have multiple commits here because you can track the commits, right? You can go all the way from start. For example, it is containing commits 332 commits, a lot of actually. So let me go to all the way to 320 commits from here. and it has started this project. I think this guy started in 2018, and it is maintained till this date as well. You can see the last update date, maybe it is around 2 months ago. So that's great. You can actually track the commits what I've done from 2020 2018 to till this date. You can go and track these commits as well, but we'll also start from scratch. Okay, we'll not follow the commits, but we'll start from scratch. So, and I think that's all. Let's go and use this project. Let's clone it, and let me create a folder here. This is a React e-commerce React card, and using TypeScript. So let me just write React card here. So this is the same instruction that you will follow to clone any repository from GitHub, right? You can also clone my own repository that we were working, that is FDB4 as well. That's the same step that we will follow here as well. So what we will do is write git clone and paste this URL. I just want to install it in the current folder, that's why I'll write dot at the end.
Can you share this URL to chat?
Oh, sure. Let me send this URL, and you can go and copy this URL from here, or let me see this one as well. This one is the URL you'll write in your terminal, and the other one is just a URL where you can browse from your browser. Okay, then. So it has successfully taken all the code from GitHub to our VS Code, right? So now how can we run this project? What should I do now?
Download the dependencies.
Yeah, so how will I do that? How can I download the dependency?
Yarn.
Yeah, writing yarn command. But just make sure that on the left we have a log file which is not yarn, right? All the time you may not have the log file. That this package -log.json file may also be there. I told you previously, if you have this package -log.json, then what should we do to install the dependencies on the terminal? Use yarn or npm?
npm install.
Yeah, so whenever you see this file on your project, we'll use npm install. If you see yarn.log somewhere here, currently we don't have, right? If you see yarn.log, then you'll write yarn command to install the dependencies. So currently we'll write npm install command to install these dependencies that are listed in here. Let's first see what are the dependencies that are here that we are going to see. You can see we have a React testing library. This is actually what we need to learn. So React testing library is widely popular actually nowadays. Previously Enzyme was mostly popular, but this one is used to test your React component. It is slightly different. We'll talk about it. So these three packages are for testing React components. So these three packages are there to write some test case for our React components. And this one as well. This one is there to support type support. And there is something called jest, we'll see. And this one is there to support TypeScript for Node.js. This one is there to support TypeScript for React. This one is there to support TypeScript for React DOM. So whenever you see @types, they are coming from TypeScript. You have TypeScript in your TypeScript support in your project. So these four are actually TypeScript support for your Jest, Node, React, and React DOM packages. We have React here, right? we have React term packages. You can see Axios is also used here, right? You were aware about Axios already, right? So, and we have React script is always there in React. This application is actually, you can say, it is taken, the starter boilerplate is taken from Create React app. So in Create React app, you will have React scripts, but we'll not use Create React app, we'll use Vite, so we'll not have it. Style components is always also there, so it's great to have it. Typescript, so because we are using Typescript, right? So these are the dependencies that we will use. We have some dev dependencies here. So there is a dev dependencies for to write better commits. We'll see this one. So I told you previously, we can write commits in better way. So this is the TypeScript support for testing library as well as style components. Here it has installed Firebase tools. So maybe I think this is Firebase setup is created here to host your application actually. To host, we can actually host our application in Firebase as well as in Vercel. So it is easy to host our application in Vercel. We can also do it in Firebase as well. So let's go there. There is a special package called Husky. This is regarding to check something before sending it to GitHub or writing your commit. We'll see that. Lint stage is also a similar one. We'll check the we'll integrate something called ESLint, and we'll see how we can check our how we can actually make our application more robust. How we can check more errors using ESLint. Here is a prettier package to actually format your application, right? It is same as that prettier extension. So the simple packages are used here. When you write now yarn npm install, then it will install the dependencies coming from this package.json. Okay, just go in your terminal, write npm install. So it will start installing your dependencies. Any question, guys, until now? Any issue that you are having while installing this application? Currently, what we are trying to do here is we are trying to run any project available in GitHub via our VS Code. Okay, we just want to see the output here. Then we'll do it ourselves. Yes, Sahas, do you want to ask me something?
Yes, Gorak. Why do we have to like install the dependencies like for each and every project individually? Like, isn't like shouldn't they be like attaching this dependencies with the project itself? Because like we when we clone the project, we get all the folders like everything else but the dependencies. We would have to install the dependencies manually every single time, even though we know that we need it.
Yeah, actually, you are asking two different questions. First one is why do we need to install dependencies? Another is why those dependencies are already not there, right? Why
Uh-huh.
that node underscore module folder is already not there.
Yes.
Actually, when your application grows, that node underscore module, we saw that initially as well, when we installed Create React app, we saw there are around 700 to 800 dependencies, right? Dependencies means packages, you can say, sub dependencies as well. So there are 700 to 800 packages we installed initially, but with Vite we saw we can install lesser. So that's why we used Vite. But when your application grows, the number of packages will increase. That will be from 1500, 2000, 2500, 3000, maybe in this range of this amount of dependencies will be there inside node underscore modules. And the size will also be higher. For example, let me go to this node underscore module in the okay, and let me see the information here. Okay, and maybe I can see Here you can see the size it is consuming. This is a really simple React application, React cart, right? So, but still it is consuming around half GB of your disk space, right? Around 500 MB of the disk space. So, but your dependency size may be in the range of GB. So we don't want to actually consume that much storage in our GitHub. We don't want to send that much amount of files as well as storage. We don't want to consume that, and GitHub will also limit the storage that you can use. So we don't want to send it because it will have a lot of bad experiences. One is we are storing a large amount of files here. Sometimes we cannot, limited by GitHub. And another user, if you share this one, he will have to download that large amount of file. It will take some time as well. Instead, what you can do is do not send that node underscore module because it is not required, right? So because we can always install it with a single command, right? npm install or yarn command, it will install all of the dependencies. That's why we will not send it to GitHub. And another question is, why do we need to actually install dependencies for multiple projects here? Because if you have node underscore modules for is an let's say that if you have node underscore modules globally installed in your device, then that will work for each and every project. Sometimes it will help because sometimes some of the dependencies are shared. Like we will have this. Let's go to package.json. We will have React all the time. We will have React DOM all the time. But we may not have these dependencies for each and every project. We may not have Axios for each and every project. That's fine. If we have, then we will use it. If we don't have, then we will not use it. So actually that is possible. There is something called PNPM. So actually it will help us to manage those dependencies in better way in our React application or in any application. We'll see later with Vite. Here we can actually use PNPM. Here we are using this command. Maybe we'll try this one as well later. So this will actually store the latest version of your dependencies in your globally in your PC, and it will just check if it is there or not. Otherwise, it will install it. So it will be really it will be faster when you install the dependencies because they are stored already, right? But with Yarn, we need to install dependencies for each and every project individually. They will take individual spaces. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, good. Thank you.
Yeah, so we did write this command react npm install, and you can see with npm we have something like this. We will not see this in Yarn. It says 32 vulnerabilities, means there are 32 maybe 32 packages, or there are 32 location where you have certain code which is vulnerable, means you need to upgrade the packages. So you can do this command actually to automatically fix them as well. So this kind of issue will not arise in Yarn. So npm is constantly showing you such kind of messages, but sometimes you can ignore it if you are learning. But later if you are working, then you need to see if something is critical. If something is critical, some package is critical, then means you need to see that package. Maybe that is older one that you are using, maybe you need to upgrade it, or maybe it has some issue in that particular package. Maybe you remove it from your project, or you update that package, right? So but we will ignore it for now. That's fine for us to ignore this message from here. Now we are using npm. I write npm start to start this application, but let's see the script first. We'll see the script, otherwise we don't know what to write here, right? So here in the script we have these commands like start command, build command, test command. So test coverage as well, deploy command to deploy. Yeah, I told you it is using Firebase to deploy your project, right? So it is using this deploy command to deploy this project in Firebase. So yeah, format command, we'll see that. we'll actually include these commands in our project as well. So let's start this project using npm start. Okay, so is it opened? Let me open it myself. Localhost, I think in 4000, right? Sorry, 3000, I think. It is running in localhost 3000. You can see this is the project we have. So we can successfully actually install some of the project that we find while we are searching here. So we found this project previously. We just clicked it. We cloned the URL. We copied the URL. We cloned it in our VS Code, installed the dependency, started it, and it is here now. This was the live version previously we saw in this URL. But now we are deploying ourselves in our local environment. All right, so yeah, I think it is filtering from here as well. So this is a real world experience actually. In real e-commerce application, you will have this functionality as well, right? Okay, so it is working perfectly. Let me see some of the structure. Yeah, we already saw that. We can implement ourselves now. We'll start from very basics then. We'll not actually go and use this code directly. We'll write a similar code ourselves. Okay, you can look at there and you'll see I'll be writing the similar one. Okay, I'll take the reference from here to implement this application in our project. So yeah, that's all for now. This is just a demo. Okay, I'm just closing this one and start writing code from scratch. So this is just a demo that we saw. We started application. We used a project which is already created by somebody else, and we used in our local PC and ran it successfully. Any question, guys, until now? Maybe do you want to explore something more here, or ask me something more regarding the current project? Maybe how can we run some of the other scripts, something like that. For example, let's run this script format. It is a script which will format your entire application with this prettier. If you write this format with npm, you need to write run command. Okay, with start we didn't actually write that, but with this npm command, if you want to use these other commands from here, then you need to write run npm run format. But if you do not write npm run, if you just write npm format, let's see, it will not work. So you need to write run command here. So now it is formatting your entire application with prettier. It has formatted already. You have some formatting here. Let's see. It has done. Actually, nothing is done here. Just small changes, maybe some line break. But this is the script that we are using to format each and every component here, each and every file that we have with prettier. Okay, so we have this lint command to check some of the some issue within your code. We have something called ESLint. We'll introduce that sometimes later, but what we can do is npm run lint. This will actually check for some of the code that you have written improperly. So we will have something called, let me search, ESLint config, something like that. We didn't have that command here. Let's go. This is not the one. It should be there if you are using ESLint. We'll create ourselves another file, but we cannot currently find ESLint RC file here or ESLint.json here. It will look at that file and do something from there. Let me anyways use this command and let's see what happens. ESLint is used somewhere. Maybe I'm not able to see. Let me see in package.json itself. Maybe here is okay. Yeah, that's fine for now. What we saw here using this command is we have some issue in our code. It is saying that, hey, you are doing some mistake here in this test.jsx file. You need to actually correct it. It is checking this index.d.ts file. So it will check each and every file and it will provide you some error from there. Errors are warning, and we need to correct that. So if you have ESLint setup and TypeScript setup in your project, then you will mostly remove most of the errors in your project. So yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, let's see test as well, test cases. So here you can see for each and every component, test cases are written. These are the test cases. So we'll use something called React testing library. Let me go to simple one first, this one. So we will use React testing library to, this is not importing that. So I want to see that one. Yeah, React testing library to test if particular component is rendering or not. Here you can see it is now testing this particular component is rendering or now using this render method from React testing library, and we are using this render method to render this component. So we'll see those concepts with in testing, and what you can do is go here and write npm test, and let's write run as well, npm run test. Now it is testing only app dot actually it is testing this app component here, and it is saying that test is passed. So yeah, let's go to package.json once again, and here we have it is only testing that component. Let me use this one, test coverage. So it will provide you the information regarding the overall coverage in your project. So this is really awesome. Actually, it is covering 100% mostly. Yeah, the average is not 100% actually, but most of the components are tested well. So you can see here, this checkbox is completely tested, but this global is it is not actually completely tested, as well as here this card is also not completely tested. So we'll see this one, how to see the total coverage of your test. You don't have to write 100% test coverage, but if most of the critical part are tested, then that's fine for your application. And it is good actually. It is covering test cases, writing test cases well as well. So have you written test cases for in any programming language earlier, guys?
Yes.
So what did you use?
I've used like my company is using like a really old stack, so we use Perl, and in Perl we have like tab testing, and we
Mhm.
also use React, and in React we use RTL and just.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, previously before this RTL was actually previously RTL was also there, but that it was not that much popular. Now React Facebook team is officially supporting it. So previously there used to be Enzyme as well instead of RTL. We'll talk about different testing frameworks or tools or libraries that we have and why we are picking RTL sometimes later while we introduce these concepts regarding testing. But here in this application, we are using this React testing library, which is RTL insert. All right, so can we now move to our one project, start from scratch? If you do not have any question here. Okay, we will do this one. Do you want to ask me something, guys?
Kirk,
Okay then.
how
Yeah.
did you identify that the script, I think it was the format script, you figured it out that we need to do run after npm, but not for any other script.
Yeah, you can use run for all the scripts with npm. Actually, it is by default working with stat and test. I think with test you can just write npm 3 as well. It will work. But just write npm run for each and every one if you have npm. So you can write npm run start. Oh, sorry. npm run start and it will also work. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more questions? Were you successful running this application in your one device?
Yes.
Yeah, great. How many of you are running it currently? Because it will help you in the future. Yeah, Alan, Nissan.
Yeah,
Great.
mine did not work. I cloned it, but it did not run it.
Oh, what was the issue?
So I don't know what. So many
Yeah,
warnings.
use
There's no
progress.
warnings.
Okay.
Duplicators of something. I'll show you what it is.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. So sometimes it will help others as well if similar warning is faced.
There you go.
So, Nissan, was there any issue while you are running this project?
No.
Okay, great. Have you already, do you have some experience already running such project from GitHub? Have you tried it previously, Nissan?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, then
Can you see
it
my
will
screen?
work for others as well. Yeah, I'm seeing your screen. Let's see what is the issue that you are having.
I cloned it here.
Okay, that's fine. Can you try it once again in the terminal? Can you try installing the dependencies in the terminal? How did you install the dependencies?
What did I do? Yarn install?
No, we'll not use yarn here, right? So the first thing is you are doing it with yarn. It will not work, and you are, I think, are you in the current directory, correct folder? Is showing TypeScript basics. Have you cloned your application in this project directory, TypeScript basics?
I don't know.
There is inside React shopping cart. You need to go there first, right?
So CD, yeah.
Yeah, CD, React, and hit your tab key in your keyboard. It will auto-complete it.
Okay. Okay, and then.
Now, can you write ls there? Ls, hit enter.
Yes, enter.
Okay, that's fine. Now just write npm install to install the dependencies. Because we'll not write yarn, right? We need to use npm here.
Yeah, these log files.
Yeah, that's fine. It is just a warning. You are using world log file with the older version of npm.
It should work.
Yeah, it should work, right? And Ellen, do you want to ask me something, or did you face any issue while running this application?
Oh, no, mine works fine. I just forgot to lower the hand.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I will just wait, right? I don't know where. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
So
may
once
take
I,
some time depending upon
yeah,
the
I
PC that
once
you are
I,
using.
okay,
Yeah, once it is completed, you will need to write, yeah, npm start. It will start your application. Okay,
okay.
it will work now.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So any other issue, guys, from any of you? All right, then I assume that every one of you are able to actually run this project yourself on your PC. This is just a demo. You can try for any other project now, right? You can just go in GitHub. This will help you guys a lot. Actually, I'm saying this because I used this technique to learn myself as well a lot of time. Some of the concepts, like, for example, if you receive some assignment regarding, let's say to-do task. This is a widely popular one. For example, if you apply for a job in any tech company, then they will provide you some assignment, maybe that is just a general trend. So they will give you some task that you need to do, and you need to actually do it yourself most of the time, right? Sometimes you can take help from here. This will help you while you are learning most of the time. While you work professionally, then most of the time you will not search for the projects, you will do it yourself. But when you let's say, let me go to .com search once again. And when you receive such kind of assignment, like if you receive an assignment, so let me search for quick React to do assignment for interview, let's say. I just want to find some task which will, okay, this is, I just want to have that question only. Okay. This is the explanation of the assignment that you have. Okay, let me directly search it here. Okay, so React to do interview tasks, something like that, and you'll find a lot of them. So here, actually, this is a repository for article. So let's see. So it is an interview task for you as a React developer, I think. So let's see. There is no question, but see here inside app.tsx, there is just an answer. We just want to see question as well. So these are all the answers that you can sometimes look at them and try to implement it. Yeah. I think yeah.
You're explaining right now?
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen.
No, and
Okay.
yeah, you are, but I'm not getting what you're explaining. Maybe I was.
Oh, I'm just trying to say that let's suppose that you have some React problem. Okay, that
Okay.
may be coming from your interview, or that may be the problem you are facing in your current application, or that may be the questions that you have. You can just go in GitHub search and search for the problem that you have. For example, search for the task, maybe React to do task, something like that, and you'll
Oh, if
see
I
a lot
have
of
such a problems in a real React project, then how to find a
yeah,
solution?
that will
Yeah,
also
okay.
work. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to, yeah.
Then, yeah, right. I'm just trying to say that there are already many useful resources in GitHub that you can actually use. They will help you. Instead of watching some tutorials, actually they will do the basic things there. If you want to build a real React application, sometimes you can search here and take inbuilt React application and utilize it yourself. So here you can see simple questions like this, and you will see solution as well in most of the case. So let's see if it is in some other places. So actually, I think this is not what we want to look for, but most of the time you'll find the solution. You'll find the question and solution. You can see previously we found this is, let's see here, we found the solution for small to-do task, and most of the time you will find the question here as well. And here if it has multiple commits here, maybe more than 20 or 30 commits, then that will help you, because you can go here and track that commits. Okay, so I think a few months ago I tried to I tried for one interview, and let me share you maybe if I have that code with me. Let me show you what tasks they gave me, and how can we actually achieve, or how can we actually get the code or the solution which is already written. So I'm just sharing this with you because we want to learn something, right? If you have already learned some of the things, maybe you can do it in better way. You can do it yourself. You don't have to search here in Google, GitHub. But if you are learning, then it will help you. So, okay. Okay, yeah. So this is the company that where I applied. So is this one worked by me? Yeah, this one is the repository, which is cloned copy here. Let me go to the original one. Yeah, this is the coding interview task they gave me, and here we have front end test and back end test. Let's only see the front end one. Okay, so this is the real interview questions that you sometimes face somewhere if you apply somewhere. So it is providing you some background of the platform they are using at this company, and they have some instruction for you to follow, and they are providing you some information regarding the technology that you will use here in this task, and this is actual task. So you have to actually do task one, complete this first task. There is a second task, there is a third task, and there is the last one, which is the bonus task. So they are providing you the React code here. So maybe you can try this interview question after completing this TypeScript session. So because it is also including TypeScript there. This is a starting code they are providing you. So
Was
here
it
you
a
can
timed
see,
one?
yeah, what is
Was it a
that?
time frame, like within certain days
Oh,
you got to finish this or something like
yeah, usually they'll provide you maximum of 1 week, maybe around 3 to 4 days. Within 3 to 4 days, you need to submit such tasks. Okay, so here is already written code for your task. Maybe like here you have API, and this is actually the TypeScript code. So these are already written code. What you need to do is take this already written code and implement this functionality there. There is no source functionality. You need to implement it. There is no this display or role functionality, summary functionality. You need to implement it. So you need to implement this 4 feature in the current project that you have. This is your task. So they are assuming that you have some experience as a React developer and you can do it. This is quite easy if you have some experience as a React developer, but will be slightly difficult if you are a beginner. So for that case, what you can do is, for example, yeah, this is the first task that you need to do, right? So for example, if you want to take help of GitHub, maybe just want to have some idea. So if you cannot ask anybody, then you can just go in the GitHub source and just see if you can find some help from GitHub itself. And here I cannot see quite useful result. Let me go and just search this description. Let's see. So there is no any useful result coming here. Maybe I can go to code. Oh, I think I need to log in for that. So let me open this one. Okay. So we are discussing something else. So it will take some few minutes, then we'll go back to our project. So yeah, previously we cannot find anything here, right? With the search result, but you have other options here. Just look at them. Usually the code will help you. And here you are seeing this guy and this one. I tried it as well. So this one. So most of the participants here tried to complete this task and they have their code in GitHub. So what you can do is click here and let me go here. And this is the task they actually did it themselves as well. Let me go to this code, and here you can see front end and back end. Here you can also see 92 commits. You can track the commits actually and see how it is achieved. So by this individual, or you can go and look at the others one as well. Here you can see 13 commits. You can just go here how they achieved. So this one, this individual here actually have actually quite nice commits here for the tasks. This is the completed one, the final solution. Okay, you can just go and see maybe the solution for to implement search functionality, how this person has implemented search functionality. You can just go and see the code here. That's why commits are really important. So because of this commit, we can just go and see the code only for the search functionality. You can see here how the search functionality is implemented in the current application. So on the top of the current existing uh, code, this person has implemented search functionality. So yeah, this is just an idea. Okay, I'm not saying that you need to go to GitHub and copy the code and send your task. This is just to learn something and just try it yourself. Try to do it yourself instead of copying all the codes from here. Just have some idea and try to achieve the result yourself. But it will help you to have some idea if you are completely blank at the beginning. So yeah, these are the real coding interview tasks. Maybe if you apply at this company called Aura, then you'll get this task, and yeah, you can easily submit it. So just see sometimes if you can find some useful result in GitHub search. Currently, we found that project as well, right? Now we are going to do it. So I hope it will help you at some point. Sometimes it will not make any sense. So I hope it will help you. Maybe you can ask me something if you are stuck at some point. Okay. Yeah. Any question, guys? Dela?
Can we also rely on ChatGPT?
Yeah. What was that?
Can we relay the code provided by the ChatGPT? Nowadays, it's a trending one.
Oh.
The AI
Yeah. The search
that can
result, right?
provide you the quick results.
Quick results
So
itself. It will auto.
so I was asking, can we fully rely on that app or not?
I mean, I've asked question pertaining to my work, and it gives us the code, like the actual working code, even in Perl. Like, and if you are confused about the code that it gives, you can actually ask what the variable means, what the value holds, and it will reply it to you. Like, it gives you like a really functioning code.
Yeah. Don't fully rely on the AI result, but it will help you, I think, right? Nowadays, it is used widely. So we are also using it in the and the search engine optimization within the current project. We have an e-commerce project, and there we want to provide some result to the user if he is searching and the user is searching something. Yeah, sometimes most it is actually awesome. It is providing you quite accurate result. Yeah. Then any other question, guys? Anything else? All right, then let's go and start our application and replicate this same application ourselves so that you can watch the code yourself. You already have the code, right? We are doing it ourselves. So you know what is the structure, right? We will create commons folder where we have the common component. We'll create components folder where we will have reusable components, which may not be common. And we will have the context folder, which will store context. Do you know what this is? Models. Let's go. And here we'll write mostly the TypeScript things. So the things coming from TypeScript, we don't know these things yet, but these are the things coming from TypeScript. We'll see it while we are doing. Okay, here inside services, what is inside services? Can you guess?
API
Uh,
data.
yeah, actually API services, you can say.
Yeah.
Data will not be here, like get request, post request, put request, something like that. So API request or responses will be here. And inside static, maybe we have some static images, fonts, colors. Let's see. Yeah, we have static data, I think here, JSON format data. We have our products here in the JSON format. Usually it will come from your API, but it is locally here. Like somebody asked me previously, can we implement in JSON server? Yeah, we can copy this data and put in JSON server and consume it from there as well. So yeah, we have data of the products here as well. Images, I think. Images for each and every products that we are using in our project there. That you can see on the live application. Okay, and inside utils, we'll have simple utility functions like here you can see a simple, I think only one, a function to format your prices. So it will accept price and currency ID. Okay, so and if that currency ID is matching the ID, then you will format the price depending upon the currency ID. So yeah, you may have your application may be accepting multiple currencies, right? Your e-commerce, then you need to actually format your currencies depending upon the currency code it is using. Okay, then, so this is all. Let's start by creating really simple common components from here. We have something cool here. We'll actually, let's keep this. We may slightly change the folder structure if we need, okay? If we need, we may add or remove some of the things from here as well. So let's start from here. It is using styles. Instead of having styles in the common, let's have styles somewhere outside the styles folder, and in that styles folder we'll implement styled component, and we'll utilize something from styled component called create global style. This is coming from styled component. We'll start from here. All right, so can we take some break and start this application? What do you think, guys?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then let's take around 10 minutes of break, and we will start this application in the from scratch. Everyone, is our 10 minutes completed or are we still on break? Are you here, everyone? Can you hear me? Can we start or should I wait for a few more minutes? Okay, let me at least wait for 1 or 2 minutes then. All right, everyone, can we start it now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
start.
Okay, I'll end this session slightly early today, so let's start. Okay. So here we are. We'd have around 30 minutes of more. I think in before 9 a.m. I need to disconnect today, so I have one meeting, so I need to attend it. That's why we'll have around 25 to 30 minutes more. So let's do then. Let me close everything. We need this. At least let me put it somewhere here. Maybe if we need, we'll grab it from there. And let me delete everything. And we are starting from here. That's fine. Actually, I haven't committed it. I'm really sorry. I think I just forgot to post this code to GitHub. I'll do this today. Okay, after this session. I haven't posted some of the commits to GitHub. So if we have commit, then that's fine. Let me see. Okay, I'll do that after this session. Let's start this project. We have refactored it. We have app.tsx only, main.tsx. Let's start from here. So we know we want some libraries there, right? So one of the first one is styled components. Let's install styled components. I need to go to uh, what is our project name here? React TypeScript, right? React TypeScript. React TypeScript, and here we will install style components. So this is how we install components, right? Sorry, packages, right? Okay. Are you doing with me, everyone? How many of you are doing together with me currently? Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think 5 to 6 individuals are doing together with me. That's great. Everyone, please, if it is possible, try to do it together, because we'll write everything from scratch. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. just letting me know. Then I'll just ask you, let me know, okay, if you have some issue. So we are installing this style component package. It will be available here inside package.json, right? So you can see dependency is here. So it is available. Now what we can do is we can implement styles, right? Let's create a folder structure to implement styles. We will only see inside React TypeScript. Inside src, let's create a folder called styles. All right. So in that styles folder, we are gonna create, we are gonna configure some styling for our application. We are having style components here, and that style components will actually provide you some functionality. Let me see. Let me go to the documentation if I have. Yeah, here. And okay, get started. Let's go here. We will follow documentation all the time. So we may not actually know anything about the package, then we will follow the documentation. So what I want from here is a global style from style component. There is something called create global style from style components that will be in that documentation actually somewhere. Okay, do I have somewhere here? Let me quickly see if I can see the create global API. I'm not sure it is here. Okay, I think I can follow this one. Okay, what I will do is import this create global styles from style component. Then let's go inside style component. Because we are using TypeScript, then we need to use TS file extension instead of JS. Okay, global styles.ts. So here we'll import this create global styles from style components. Now there is one issue. The issue is uh, uh, okay, maybe it is not able to find the style components. So the issue is we have installed style components, but we haven't installed TypeScript support for that style components. Okay, the style components will only work for plain JavaScript project, like your plain React project. But if you have your TypeScript project, then you need to install this one as well. So type support, if it is already including type support, then you don't need to install it. Otherwise you need to install type support for particular package as well. Some of the packages already include type support, but some of them do not include. You need to see it yourself. Okay, so let's once again install this React actually style components type support. That's why @type/style components. Okay, it should work now. Yeah, the error is gone. So what we can do is use this create global style to create some styling, global styling. Previously, if you remember, we placed our global style inside some index.css, right? But we'll not do that. What we will do is we will use create global style from style component, and we'll use this backtick sign. And in there, we are going to have this global styling. Let's write some global style for our body. Let's say that we don't want any margin there. Okay, we are removing margin. Let's say that we want some font family. So you can just use any font family for now. Let me use this one. Okay, you can just type anything, or it is fine if you do not use it as well. Okay, if you need more CSS, then yeah.
Sorry, how did you get rid of those errors? Can you repeat that again, please?
Oh, this one previously with the style components, right?
Yes, you installed what
yeah,
was that?
you need to install the package type support for each and every package. So if you want to install type support for particular package, we want to install type support for style components, then what we will do is, this is the package that we have currently, right? This is the package that we have. We will add @types. So we will install this package. Just copy it and write in your terminal yarn add and paste it. @types // styled components. Okay, let me, sorry for that. Let me show you here. You need to install this package. Okay. Is it working now? So Sahaj, is it working in your case?
Yes, Gorak, but I seem to have used npm somehow, so like it's giving me warning every single time. Like every time I run the command, it's saying package log.json found. So it seems like I would just have to run the command with npm.
Yeah, why are you using npm? Can you
Oh,
not use yarn?
yes. I followed like from our previous lecture, you seem to have used npm. So like I followed the previous structure, and like you just
Oh,
haven't use yarn. But like previously you had mentioned that if I delete the package log.json file and then do
mhm.
yarn install, it would like it would do the same thing too, right?
Yeah, it will also work.
All right, cool.
And
Yeah, it's still not working for me.
yeah, Pius, is it possible to see your screen?
All right. So,
Okay.
um, I did this. This is the command, right? We need to type.
Yeah, I think it is already installed. You don't need to install it once again. It is already done. So what
So
is the issue actually you had?
these are the these are the
Oh,
errors.
okay. This is another error actually. Can you hover on line number 1 on red underline there? Okay, it says okay.
Stable lead coverage.
Mhm. Do you have something? Can you open package.json once? Okay. Yeah. Mm. Maybe first just try to copy that error, and I think it will take some time to figure it out. Maybe can you just try it quickly? Copy that error and paste it in your browser and see if you can find some help from there. Most of the time, hover over that red underline. Yeah, copy that one. Cannot find type definition. Just copy from there and all the way to coverage. Do not copy whole error, only copy the useful message. Yeah, you can copy
Oh,
from maybe from, yeah, you can do that as well. You can copy this one.
up to here.
Yeah, copy it and paste it on your browser. Let's see if we can get some help from there. Instead of figuring out ourselves, sometimes we'll get help pretty easily. I think this is not the one that you are looking for. Okay, then we need to see it. Can you send me
Uh,
the screenshot of the error, and I'll get back to you. Okay, we'll need to figure it out by sitting after this session, I think, maybe, if
yeah,
possible.
sure.
And you are not able to continue from here, right? Because you are doing it together with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm, first,
Yeah, that
yeah. Okay. First, I just installed Oh, okay. What is that? I just installed without the types included. Then before that, it was, I think it was not there. The error.
Oh, okay. Can you now once again go to package.json? Let's see. I think I've missed something from there. @types style component. Oh, okay. Style. Oh, you need to install styled components, right? Component is another
Oh
package, I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Maybe yeah. That was my bad.
Just go to your terminal and type yarn remove styled component, the same package that you installed on line number 15. Write yarn
Oh,
remove.
yeah. RM remove
No, REMOV remove.
remove.
Space and the same name on line number 15, styled hyphen component. I'm not sure if this issue is coming from here. Install style components once again. Yarn style components.
Um, um,
Okay, that's fine. And the red types is also done. And can you restart, reload this application? Yeah, if you have extension called reload, then it will be easy. Maybe you can install it really quick. Go to your extension on the left and install the reload one. Just search for the reload extension. It will help you. Yeah, install it. Install the first one. This is just to reload our VS Code. Okay, it is like closing and opening. Yeah, go to the error file once again. Can you go to File Explorer on the left top? Yeah. Just reload on the bottom right after go live. You can see reload. Click on that reload. Let's see if that appears or not. Once again, if that issue
I
is once again there, then we need to
I think
figure
it's
out
gone.
something else.
It's gone. I think.
Yeah, try starting your server then. What is there on the first terminal? Use on
Oh,
the bash on the right. No. You will not start server by clicking on go live. Just cancel that. Click on port 5500. Yeah. Yeah, start it from here, right? Yarn dev. I think it is working now. It should work now. Yeah, you can
okay.
press control and click there. It will work. Or command or click there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's working. Yeah. Thank you so
Right,
much.
right, great.
Okay. So, okay.
So what I was doing is creating global styles for our application. Currently, I don't want to write anything here, anything special here. Okay, you can just have this one only. Yeah, you can add some CSS if you need. You can copy this as well if you need. Later we'll add it. So I just want to provide some structure first. So we imported this create global styles from style component, right? So we are creating some global styles. Let me save it in some variable like global styles. We created our global styles and we have our global styles here now, right? So now we can export these global styles and use anywhere we want, right? We can export these global styles and use these global styles if we need anywhere. So for now, we will export it from here. Export. Let's have a default export. Okay, this is all what we need. Maybe if you see on the real project that we are working on, the final code, you will see something more there. Just try to know what are those CSS that are written there. Okay, we'll include those as well. But this is just a structure that we are creating. Currently, we are not writing the whole code. All right. Any question, guys, until now?
Correct. So this component that we just created, global styles, is different. It should be different than the normal styled components that we were using that we have seen previously, right?
No, this is just a part of that styled components. Yeah, it is helping you to create global styles. Style components is providing you this utility function called create global style. We're just using a small part of that styled components. So this is just added functionality. This one we didn't use previously.
Okay. Yeah, because previously we would target something like div or body or button or something and then provide the CSS. Right now, like we are not providing any HTML tags. Like body is there, but it's inside the CSS tag, not outside of it. Previously, we were targeting the HTML tags outside of the backtick and then putting the CSS.
Oh yeah, that is different. This is inbuilt function that we have. Actually, we need to use it. Okay, previously we used div.style, something like that here, right?
Yes.
Style.div actually. That is coming from style component. That is the different thing. This is just to create global styles. We'll use that one later for each and every component. This will be only created only once.
Okay.
Right? So yeah, then let's go and see if we can do something more. Let's create another file called theme. We will have our global theme here as well. Global style. These are all related to a global CSS that we are implementing with style components. So we'll have some colors here, right? For example, let's say const colors, and these are the colors we'll use. For example, our primary color will be like currently. Let me write directly red. Yeah, this is an object. I can write it here, red. And our secondary color will be blue, something like this. Later we'll change to the real value, and this is the global color we'll use. Maybe let's have some breakpoints in our application. So our application will have three mode. One is the desktop mode, and that will break at let's say 1024 pixel. This is just randomly added. Maybe we can add better value later. So greater than desktop will be like monitor, high resolution monitor. You can have another breakpoint as well, but let's have three common breakpoint. Another one is tablet. So for tablets, let's have 768 pixel breakpoint, and this is the common one actually. And for mobile, let's have around 480 pixel breakpoint. Okay, this will be the breakpoint for our application. Our application will break if it is in tablet mode, or our application will break if it reaches this limit 768 pixel. So it will go in tablet mode. If it reaches this limit 480 pixel, then it will go in mobile mode. Are you understanding what am I seeing here? For example, if you have like let me open some website. Let me open the one that I created a few years ago. This one. Actually, this one is in desktop mode right now. So if I change, or actually, let me open the inspect element as well. So if I change the size here, you can see the size is decreasing on the top right here. You can see the pixel currently it is having 1920 pixel. So it is decreasing now. So when it hits the breakpoint, let me go all the way here. Okay, when it hits the breakpoint of around, I think, oh, it is not properly. You go all the way down. Now around let's roughly say 900 pixel. When it hits the breakpoint of around 900 pixel, then it goes to this mobile mode or tablet mode, you can say. Okay, whatever the mode we have implemented here. Now we have navigation differently built here. Previously our navigation are directly seen there, but if I contract, collapse this one, or make this pixel slightly lesser, then we can see our navigation is now coming in this way. So this is the different mode, right? In mobile we'll see such kind of navigation, but in desktop mode or laptop we'll see such kind of navigations. So that's why we are doing it here. We will have different breakpoints, one for desktop, one for tablet, and one for mobile. All right. So maybe if we need, we can add some more here. So what we can do here is, this should be TS because we are using TypeScript now. Do not use JavaScript. We have some issue here. What is the issue? We have same previously. See how TypeScript is helping you. Previously with JavaScript, you don't know anything. We are missing this one. Sometimes we miss ourselves, right? As a developer. But with TypeScript, it is helping you behind the scene. So, hey, you are writing two properties with same name here. You cannot do that. So that's why we need to change it to secondary here. So still we have some issue here. Cannot be compiled under because it's considered global script. Okay. All right. We will send this to we will send this. Let's export it from here. Maybe we can directly export it because it is saying that you cannot compile it directly here, so you need to export it. So let's export it from here, then we can use it somewhere else. Instead of exporting each and every individual name, what we can also do is export everything inside one object. So we can export like export and here colors as well as breakpoints. So they are exported from here. Or you can save this in some variable and export it. For example, these are themes, right? So this is theme, and this is actually an object with let's say colors and breakpoints. Now let's export the whole object from here inside here. Okay, we can do whatever however we want. Maybe we can add something here later. We'll come back to here and we'll add TypeScript support as well, because currently we don't have any TypeScript support, right? What you can do is add some more here, or remove something from here. So guys, first try it yourself. Okay, try to validate this with TypeScript. What we want is we only want this two name here, primary and secondary, and the type should be string. Okay, so just try it. We want three name here, desktop, tablet, and mobile, and the type should be string. So if you later add here like new property, then it shouldn't work. Okay, just try to implement it. For now, I will keep it without TypeScript support here. Currently here as well, we don't have TypeScript support. We don't need TypeScript support for this one because this is coming from a style component. It is already having a TypeScript support here. We install this TypeScript support file for style components, but here these are our own variable, then we'll need to implement TypeScript support there. All right, so any question until now?
Correct. If we do not put the type support here, our application will not compile, right?
No. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. You can write JavaScript inside TypeScript. It will compile. If you have type error, then it will not compile.
Okay.
Yeah, currently here we are writing const colors. For example, if it is late colors, then later if you write colors to like red, something like this. Yeah, what happened here? Unused label. Okay. But here, what are the types here? Am I missing something? I'm missing this equal sign. I need to have equal sign. So here we are saying that colors should be object. Here we are having colors as a string. Now there is type error. So if you have such type error, then your application will not work. But if everything is okay, if you are having JavaScript code, then it will work.
Okay.
And finally, let's actually provide something from here. I'm not sure. Let me search for that one. Start components provider. So we used to search all the time. So we don't know those syntax all the time. So we have this internet facility every time, right? You can, even if you are given a task, then you can search it. So we need to have conceptual knowledge, but the syntax can always be visible here, right? So let me see provider somewhere. Okay, we have some feature from style components. We have some hooks as well. Okay, I think I need to go somewhere else. Let me search for provider here. A lot of, okay. I don't think. Okay, theme provider. Yeah, theme provider will also work. So, okay. Okay, so from style components, we can have theme provider, and similar to your context, right? If you remember context, we used provider, right? And we passed a value here, if you remember. So here as well, style components is having, it is implementing context behind the scene. So it is having something called theme provider, and here it is passing some value called theme, and here is our theme, right? So how can I do that? I can just import this theme provider from the style components, and then that theme provider will be, we need to wrap this, we need to pass this theme as well. So once again, we need to go to our, let me close this one, then go to our main.tsx. Here we need that theme provider. So let me try to remove this one from here, strict mode, and I'll write theme provider here. Let's see if theme provider is coming from style components or not. Here you can see theme provider is coming from style components. So with theme provider, what we will do is, it is saying that, hey, theme provider, with theme provider, you need theme prop. So theme prop. So with the theme prop, we'll accept something, some value, some object value, and we are passing empty because we have a theme here, right? You have already exported it from here. Let's import it and directly pass it. What you can do is just pass your theme, like theme coming from here. Okay, this is a basic setup for a style component. Any confusion or question, guys, until now?
So core theme provider is just like a context.
Yeah, you can think like that as well. It is providing you, it is providing this theme entirely to our application. So it is providing this theme to the entire components, you can say. You can now consume this theme from any component. All right. Maybe we will use that and we'll know how we can consume that. Okay, then, so let's go finally create a simple component, then we'll end this session there. So what we need to do is, now we will have another folder called components. So until now, what we did is created a setup for CSS. Okay, only for CSS, no React, no JavaScript, only CSS. This is the setup for CSS. Now we are having a setup for React components. So inside React components, let's have some common components here. common, and these are reusable components actually. So let's create checkbox component. We saw previously, right? Checkbox component there. So let's create it ourselves as well. Checkbox.tsx. Why tsx? Because we will write Java's, we will write JSX code there. So let me quickly create a, what you can also do is write RAFCE. This is React Arrow Function Component Export. So we have arrow function here. You can remove import, and this is arrow function. Previously we used to have function declaration, right? Okay, so this is fine. We will need to write some code for checkbox there, and we will actually validate it with TypeScript. So let's write very minimal code. So for checkbox, we will have let's say a simple label, and inside that label we will have, or let me quickly copy the checkbox code. Okay, we don't want to write it. So checkbox HTML.
Guruk, how did you like complete the HTML tag around label?
This one.
Yes, you just typed label and like everything showed up for you, right?
Yeah, just hit tab key on your keyboard. It will autocomplete.
Okay, thank you.
So let me grab this from here. Label input, vehicle 1, checkbox, vehicle 2, vehicle 1 is here, label is here. Let me have this one then. But with React, you can have, with HTML as well, you can have your input inside label. Let me actually copy this one, refactor this then. So what we are going to do is, we are having a label, and inside that label we will have simple input. Okay, let's write it outside. So let's not write anything here for now. Let's have a simple input here, and type text. That's let's make it checkbox. So because that is our checkbox that we are creating, right? So let me save it. I will render this component in here. So instead of writing hello here, let me import checkbox. I save it now. I will see a checkbox here. Okay, let me expand it. So this is a checkbox that we have. So this is a simple one, right? Let's go here. We want to write something here. With checkbox, we need one state to actually track the status of the checkbox, whether it is checked or not. So what we will do is create a state called is checked or not. State is checked. So we'll use use state hook here. So use state is not imported. Let's import it. And with TypeScript, remember, always you need to have the proper information of the type. What is the type currently? What is the data type of each checked?
It could be anything. Zero.
What was that?
We do not have the data type set, right?
So what will be the type? It should have at least some type, right? If we have variable.
Boolean something.
We haven't declared anywhere Boolean. So it will not have data type Boolean currently.
Is it number?
What is the value then? Let me ask you the value. What is the value of each checked?
Undefined.
So if you have value undefined, then what will be the data type?
Oh, the object.
With undefined, data type will be undefined as well. With null, that uh, we saw previously, it was object, but with undefined, it is undefined. So data type is undefined. You can hover over here and see the data type. It is undefined here, right? But think a little bit more. previously or initially, when you have a checkbox, what is the status here? Is it checked or not? It is not checked, right? Initially, we need to check it. So it is not checked. So it will have two state, whether it will be checked or it will not be checked, right? Are you getting me?
Yes.
So we'll have two state, whether true or false. If it is a false, then it is not checked. If it is a true, it is checked, right? So initially, what is the status? True or false?
False.
False. Then let's give the initial value false here instead of having undefined. So if you know the initial state, then just give the initial value instead of having undefined there, okay? If you don't know anything, then better to write null. So, but most of the time, if you know the initial value, just give the initial value. Now the data type will be Boolean. Right? Boolean means either true or false. Is this fine, everyone? All right, so this is regarding state. It will accept some props here as well, right? Your component may accept some prop, right? It is capable to accept some props. So let's accept some prop. Maybe you want some label instead of writing. Let's say let me write one div element here for now. You want some label here, and you will actually accept it from your prop. You need to pass it from here. See how TypeScript is helping you? Are you tracking the errors? Let me provide you, show you once again, okay? So here, what we are doing here, accepting something label. Now, as soon as I say, now we have error in two components instead of error in this component. Why do we think we have error in app.tsx as well? Can we go here? Now we have error in checkbox here. Are we not rendering properly checkbox? Can you guess what is the issue here? I think you can guess that issue.
I think we haven't provided props.
Correct, yeah. But that is not the error with JavaScript, right? With JavaScript, if you are accepting some props and if you are not providing some props, that's fine. It will not complain you. It will work. But it will not work in TypeScript. That's why TypeScript is a superset. So TypeScript is actually that much important in the application. So you are accepting something here, but you are not passing it. So what is the meaning of accepting something without passing something, right? So that's why it is supplying you some error. So label, let me just pass this string hello for now. Now the error is gone from app.tsx. We are now guess what is the issue here? Why there is error on line number 3? Data type. Data type? That may be right. And do you think is there any other issue here? Here we are fine, right? The data type of label here is, oh, here is any. What happened here? We are passing a string and it is saying any here. And let me hover over here and it says label is declared, but its value is never read. It's not about data type. You are declaring, you are accepting some props. So what is the meaning of accepting any props or some props? What is the meaning of accepting some value here without using it, right? This label and this label are matching. Let me have some different name. Text. Let me pass text here. All right. If you are accepting some text, we are not using it, then there is no meaning. So let's use it here with if text. Once again, some issue is there. It is working here, seems to be working. We'll see some settings later with tsconfig. But once again, there is issue. Let me hover over here and it says, hey, what is the data type of this text? You haven't actually declared the data type. So what you can also do is turn off this setting. So now we will slowly explore this tsconfig.json. So turn off any let me copy this one. Implicitly has any type in TypeScript. So let me go here, or you can just write tsconfig. So at the end, if you want better result, tsconfig. So let me go here. So what you can want to do is go inside your tsconfig.json and add this line of code. Let me go there. Inside tsconfig.json, this is the settings for TypeScript. So there you cannot see no implicit any, right? Let me add at the end here, this one. Now save it. Let me go here now. Now that error is gone. So it is because of that TypeScript configuration. But you will not make it false. You want to make it true because you want to type everything in TypeScript. Okay, we'll not make it like JavaScript. We'll have a strong TypeScript support if you have implicitly any, which is true. So if you want this data type to be any data type, then you will add any here. It will work. So not here. You need to create one object. This is an object. So what you need to do is create another object called text and write any here, or you can just write any here. This will work. But if that is a string that you want, then you need to write text string. So you want that to be a string, right? In this way, we'll type everything. We need to make sure. So in TypeScript, you'll see a lot of errors. You'll get a lot of errors actually initially, but eventually you will figure it out and you'll actually know how to use TypeScript in better way with React. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll stop it here. We will now start creating components. We'll actually start adding some TypeScript support. We want to learn TypeScript, right? Later, slowly we'll implement React testing here as well. So if you have time, then what you need to do is, let me share you one repositories. I think I haven't added it on Bootcamp portal. Let me see. Just quickly search in GitHub. So I have one repo there. Not sure if it is. Yeah, this one. So if you have time, just have a look at this this repo. So it will help you to learn how to integrate what is testing, how to integrate testing in React application. So what you need to do is first go to 14 commits and start from here. So header added. Actually, we need to start from here. From here, I have added TypeScript. Until now, I have created a simple React project to which we can add TypeScript. Sorry, React testing library, not TypeScript. Okay, we can add testing library. So you can go here and read something about what is React testing library, what is this thing, and how can we add React testing library to our React components. Just start from 6 commit. So you can just go start from 6 commit, go to 7, 8, 9. I think there are a few more. So and try to do, these are really simple, I think. So you can try it yourself. So you can install React testing library and try to follow this instruction. The solution is already here as well. You can see. So what you can do is, so here I think you will see the solution. So you just drag the code, and here I have added the solution that I installed 3 dependencies. So we have tested the small React component that we have there. So this is just to see at your leisure time if you have some. so that it will help us to have some, it will make some sense, or it will help you to understand React testing library. We'll later discuss in our application, but you can right now look at this repository and have some idea regarding React testing library. Okay, because we have our weekend, so from tomorrow. So just have a look at this repo yourself, and maybe you will, it will help you. Okay, so yeah, everyone, I will end this session here. Do you have some question for me?
Yes, Gork. I have one quick question. Even in JavaScript, if you are accepting a prop in the child component, and if you're not passing through the parent component, it should throw us the error, right?
Yeah, it should
Like,
throw us the error, but yeah. But is it throwing the error? Have you
I
tried? Yeah.
I haven't tried it myself, but we just ran into a situation right now while we were trying to like work with TypeScript. You were trying to accept the prop. The prop was not being passed to the parent component, and then like
Mhm.
it's just about now in our TypeScript project, and uh, like we just alluded that it's a TypeScript situation. Like here, the checkbox is accepting the prop text, and it was not being
Okay.
passed. It was not being passed from its parent component, and it was I think it's from index
Yeah,
the
yeah. You are asking me that is it the same case for JavaScript, or is it only the case for
yes.
TypeScript?
Yes,
Yeah.
shouldn't it be the same case for TypeScript as well? Because like if the prop is being used here in checkbox, let's say we were trying to display the text, and if it was not being passed from JavaScript,
Yeah, yeah. Using it is a different thing then. If you are using it, then it will show you error, but it will show you runtime error. There are two mode, right? One is the runtime error, another one is the error right here while you are writing your code.
okay,
So if you see error while you are running your application, then most of the time that is not useful to you. You will see error later, you'll realize, oh, I'm doing this wrong, so I need to fix it. But with TypeScript, you will see error right here in your development environment. Okay,
okay,
so both of them will give you error, but the the way how you will see error is different. But with
okay,
JavaScript, if you are accepting a prop and not passing a prop, it is fine. If you are not using it here, if you are not using a prop, only accepting here, but if you are not passing a prop from here, that's fine. It will not complain you any error. It will not provide you any error, but with TypeScript, it will provide you some error.
cool.
Okay, just yeah. Any question?
That that was it.
Yeah, maybe just try it, and we'll discuss about it
Mhm.
if you have some confusion. So yeah, your error while compiling error, compile time error and runtime error are different thing. Or error while you are writing your code here. While you are writing your code, if you can see the error, then it will be good to actually fix them immediately. So it will actually help you as well. But if you write a lot of code here, uh, and finally you run that code, and immediately you saw many errors. So while you are writing code, you are making too many mistakes, but those mistakes are not visible here. And finally, if you run that code, you are seeing like 10 or 20 errors here, then it will be slightly difficult, right, to track that errors. But if you are writing your code here, and as soon as you write your code, if you can see the error, then you can fix that error and move ahead, right? That's why TypeScript is really useful instead of plain JavaScript project. All right, so thank you so much, everyone. I'll meet you after 2 days, I think 2 or 3 days, I don't know. But I'll meet you after this holiday weekend, and we'll continue this project. You have some time, just try it yourself. You have that final code as well. Maybe just look at the code. We are going to implement the same code. So look at the code. Maybe we'll discuss when we meet after 2 days, okay? Yeah, and look at
Alright.
that testing library as well. Yeah.
Did you push this code to the repo, or what branch is it?
No, currently it is not in that repo, but what I'm
Okay.
going to do is it will take some time. Actually, I will push this code as well as I'll merge it to the main branch. So you
Okay.
can go into the main branch after some time and you'll get this code there.
All right, thanks.
All right. All right, guys, have a good weekend and enjoy your Christmas. I think you celebrate Christmas there, right? We don't have any holiday here. We don't have any special. Yeah, we have some special events, but I think there is more special events with Christmas, right? Yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Goodbye. I'll see you
Thank
after
you.
2 days.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good night. Have a good weekend. And there is holiday on Sunday also. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.